Yo, what's going on? This is your boy Solo E. Solo got the wave. If you guys don't already, make sure you hit the like button, thumbs up button, and most importantly, make sure you hit the subscribe button and show your boy some love. In this video, I am going to be showing you guys the best stock plugins that you can use in CUBASE 10. If you guys have 10.5, that's what I'm currently using at this moment. And I'm going to show you my prime stock plugins when it comes to mixing with Cubase. Now I already went ahead and recorded a song, just like a little hype song, nothing too fancy, not really saying anything fancy, but I'm gonna show you guys how it sounds with these stock plugins that you can absolutely get because it comes with Cubase itself. So first and foremost, let's get into it. So first thing I want to talk about is shout out to Ransom. He sent me this beat, but I am going to show you guys my chain, my vocal chain, and all of that. By the way, if you guys are interested in this, the link is down below. You can get it down below. But with this one, guys, I basically have a straight to the point template and vocal processing and all that chain stuff. So the first important thing is the record. I actually record in a separate channel because if you guys look closely, I pretty much have like the 2 compressor that comes with Cubase itself, which is by far one of the best. I also have a maximizer. I also have auto tune in there, of course. But the reason why I like this is because you can add all these different things. You can also add reverb, just to kind of help yourself and hype yourself up when it comes to recording, because obviously we got to make sure we be in that zone before we hit that record button. So that's that. And then the second thing is when I record it, I send it straight to one of these tracks here. I got main vocals, I have main vocals here, and also got background vocals. So in my main vocals, I pretty much have a chain list here. Now the first thing you can usually do is get a DS, so that's usually what I do. But if I'm doing R&B stuff where I'm saying a lot of S's, then I will go about doing that. But I don't really need that just because this is more of a rappy side. But first thing I got is auto tune. Now auto tune, of course, does not come with Cubase, at least to my knowledge. I don't think so. I don't see why I would, but it does not. So you do have to get that if you guys are looking for auto tune. The maximizer is another thing I usually get. Now my settings are pretty much all of these settings I decided to get off of Cubase. So really with this one, I haven't really changed much. I did do a new rap mix, but as you guys see, that I didn't really change much with this. I just wanted to use this to amp up my vocals a little bit without having to increase the volume. Now the next thing I went ahead and used was the 2 compressor, and the 2 compressor, like what I said, is all presets that I have already just found and decided to tweak up a little bit. But I went with the AM female vocals one. I know that sounds like female vocals. Believe me, these are probably like the best vocals to use if you have a higher pitch voice like myself. They calling me a female, man. I don't like that. No, I'm just playing with y'all. But as you guys see, the input I changed a little bit, and then I also changed the drive, and I believe the character I changed that. I love changing that a little bit. It adds more character to it. Really what it does is just gives it more of a open tubey vibe, like a vintage vibe. And then also I have the attack changed as well, and everything else is pretty much kept the same, right? And then now the studio EQ, I went ahead and of course tweaked this one. Now this really depends on your voice frequency and also your microphone. As you guys clearly see, this is the microphone I was using to record. I have it in a art. This is an art preamp, tube preamp. So I have that. So if you guys have whatever, I also have the 102 Newman microphone as well. I didn't record off that. I recorded off this one. This one is a little bit more bassy than the other microphone, the Newman microphone, but it just depends on your settings. But this is my settings here. I went and changed my high cues up high because that's like what I said. This is well needed. And then I took the low ends down a little bit, and the midpoint I literally took that down, but then the high midpoint I took that up a little bit because I don't know, something with my voice, I just love how it sounds when I tweak that a little bit. And I also have the standard stock compressor, which is basically this here, and I just went to Fat Dan's master and I tweaked it a little bit, not a lot, but just a little bit. And then this last thing here, now this is actually a free, you can get this for free, guys. I believe you should be able to get this for free. This is probably like my favorite. It's like an EQ. It adds this air EQ effect to it, and it enlighten it a little bit more. So that's not on Cubase itself, but it does do a little damage. I'll play it to you guys without it and with it. So one thing I do want to mention is I have also these tracks is getting sent to a master mix, which is this here. And in my master mix, I have another compressor, which is called the preset that I use is called Dance Master. And I tweak that a little bit, and then also have the Studio EQ. With the Studio EQ, I also increase my EQs up, and then I have the tube compressor. With the tube compressor, I believe I'm using the same thing. So I'm adding more to it just to give it more of a sound. And then I love using this, by the way. Like, this is by far my best plugin when it comes to sounds, just to give a little effect to it, make it sound cool, and widen it up a little bit. That's how I usually like to widen up my vocals, widen it up to give it more of a stereo sound, like in your ear, in your face type thing. That's basically all I got going on there. And then also I have my reverb in a separate chain. And in my reverb, I have a compressor, multi-band compressor, just to give it more of an ampy feel. And then of course I have my delay as well, which is a standard delay from Cubase. And in my delay, that's basically what's going on. So I'm gonna play it to you guys without everything. I'm gonna bypass everything. I'm gonna also bypass everything in the mix, the master mix, and I'm gonna just play it to you guys without it. Okay, let's take that out. All right, so only thing I have is the reverb and the delay. So it sounds pretty decent, right? It sounds pretty decent. So let's go ahead and amp it up. Let's go ahead and add everything back on here. And then what I am also going to do is not turn these on, because I want you guys to hear it with just the track, and then I'm gonna add these to it so you get the full glimpse. And also I got the background vocals playing too, so you guys can hear that too. You know what, let me take that off. So you guys hear the difference. So you definitely hear the difference. One thing that I do want to add is also I'm going to turn up everything else here, and then you guys can hear it overall sound. Couple dashes on me, I'm fly. Yeah, who hot? Roll a couple things you not. I be doing me. Don't. So yeah, you could definitely hear the difference. Now I am going to play everything so you guys get the full thing of what's going on. Just to show you guys that I am using stock plugins even on the background vocals track. And I have that going to the background vocals, as you guys see right here. As you see, my main vocals is going to my main track, which is this one right here. So just to show you guys that these are all stock plugins, and this is what you get. So I'm gonna play it through, and then we'll go from there. Roll a couple things you not. I be doing me. Don't be hollering if you really want a couple drinks. I be coming in the club like it's a couple D. If you ain't so, then I got it in so. Yeah, I'm about to pop. Couple diamonds in my wrist, it's like a ja-ja. If you hit me with some, it's like a fly. I'ma go super like a mama. Oh my. In the scream, if you really need me, I'ma see you. Oh my. Couple things if you really want it, yeah. And I'm blooded, Jesus. A couple C's if you really need it. So you guys definitely heard it. As you see, that's pretty much how the stock plugins are. Now, I mean, these are all stock plugins, and I'm not gonna lie, it sounds pretty good for stock plugins, especially if you guys are trying to get a mix and you don't have the budget for everything. Now, I do have really awesome plugins for wave plugins that's probably gonna give you the best professional sound ever. If you guys want that video, make sure you comment down below, because I will give you guys that video. But I just want to let you guys know that you can get the best sound even with stock plugins, and from there, guys, that's pretty much all you need. Like, listen to today's music. You don't need a lot of crazy stuff. Like, this alone sounds really good. So that being said, that's that. Make sure you guys subscribe if you want more content like this. Of course, I'm gonna be dropping more. Otherwise, appreciate the love. Your boy Solo, I'm out. If you really want a couple drinks, I be coming in the club like it's a couple D. If you ain't so, then I got it in so. Yeah, I'm about to pop. Couple diamonds in my wrist, it's like a ja-ja. If you hit me with some, it's like a fly. I'ma go super like a mama. Oh my.